UPC. UPC.
UPC.
Thank you very much. My Lord Bishop, the Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished mourners in all your respective capacities. I come here on behalf of a grateful party to share in this sad moment and to deliver our condolences to the family and the people of Bugisu for the loss of a gallant son of Uganda. I was able to speak in the church in Kampala, and I made it clear. As far as I was concerned, I grew up knowing Massette Kuuya as my uncle. It is only later in life I realized that there's no blood relation, but that relationship was deeper, and it is rooted right in my very being, in my very substance. I described some of our childhood memories, and there are some which I may be able to share with my younger brothers here, because they were a little bit younger than me, which I think will be enriching. But I need to put it on record. It is painful and it hurts where you hear a son or the children possibly being denied their birthright. This is unacceptable. In no culture can you really deny your own kith and kin. And more so, when we're standing here, and here I want to paraphrase a bit, and then let me speak to my brothers and sisters. Your father's house has many rooms. It is up to you to make those rooms habitable. And I would like to come here at a later date and have at least a cup of coffee from your garden. This is your home. Everywhere you've been in this world, this is the final place. And I'm glad that this is going to be the resting place for my uncle Massette Kuuya. Those who have doubted, those who have said whatever, we're all here to witness the laying of my uncle's body in the ground. And we'll all remain witnesses. We were here, we witnessed, and we want to come back and share happier moments with you in your home. I have gone through some difficulties also of those of us who've grown up outside. There are things which people did. I've been able to share a little bit with Nathan. But we had hoped when we were sharing that Massette Kuuya will come back alive such that we can sort some of these issues before it reaches this level. But believe me, I have some great ideas. Nobody is going to push you out. As long as we're there, as long as we know this is your home. If there's anything, those of us who are able to, and I'm sure you've had the assurances from those in government, you will always have a home here. There are certain things in life which may be difficult, but also can prove a blessing in time. I'm one of those who was born in Uganda, exiled in Tanzania, came back to Uganda, studied in Kenya, went to Zambia. So I consider myself in very many ways an East African. As we move forward and the consolidation of the East African Federation, you'll find yourselves 2 steps ahead of everybody else. Because this is part of your heritage, it's part of your upbringing, it is part of your life. So some of the things which have happened, I have come to learn God is not somebody of accidents. Everything that has happened happens for a reason, and that reason, once you stand in the will of God, will work for the benefit of all of you going forward. One point I want to touch on, and this one captures some of the aspects of the life of Massette Kuuya, is us in Congress have certain beliefs which are fundamental to us. Issues of education. And when it comes to Massette Kuuya, he looked at the wholesome education. Not only the academics, but also the physical aspects of education. And therefore, it was not by accident that he was the Minister of Rehabilitation, but also the Chair of National Council of Sports. I've heard people talking, and I want to thank the RDC for standing firm. And also as an OG of Dr. Bote College, the dream of UPC is quality education everywhere. So when we sing UPC everywhere, UPC everybody, there's a message behind that slogan. Ours is that everybody, everywhere in Uganda should have an entitlement to quality education. As we have gone through this issue, I've heard the OBs of Nabumali talk about Nabumali. I also heard the OBs, including the area MP of Busoga Kole Mwiri, talking about Mwiri. I have heard the RDC talk about Dr. Bote College. Our dream, and this is a dream from our fathers, is that every Ugandan should be able to access quality education everywhere in Uganda. There are people who talk about those schools. There'll be others talk about Ntare, others talk about Kigezi College, others talking about all sorts of colleges. But as Ugandans, as UPC, we want those colleges to be able to rise and shine and deliver that quality of education that they were able to give to someone like Massette Kuuya. That when you launch yourself, wherever you go in this world, you'll be able to contribute effectively. That is a dream which you've inherited. So if you're worried about the size of the house, some of the dreams as Congress are massive. But those of us who believe in the Congress, we believe in the ideal. And we shall stand by it. We shall work for it. We shall do everything we can for it. And I have no difficulties appreciating where appreciation is needed. And here I want to thank government of Uganda for the support and the care which was given from the time when Massette Kuuya fell ill to his passing and his body being brought home. There I am not ashamed to go on record. Thank you very much. Massette Kuuya contributed to this country. His record remains clear. And as such, I believe it's an entitlement, but I must appreciate when the government steps up and did what they did. When I get the chance, I would like to convey my personal appreciation to the President for the contribution they made. I'll also make my appreciation to the NRM Secretariat from the note which the Secretary General said. I also want to appreciate the Speaker of Parliament for the support which they also gave to make sure that we were able to go through this process without, as best as possible. I had mentioned earlier that as Congress, we're going to try and do our level best. And we have also been able to put together some condolences. We're running two collection points. There's some which I've got from members of Parliament. I'd like to mention their names. Betty Amongi, Mrs. Akena, in other words, contributed 500,000. Santa Lumogwang, the MP for Oyam District, 200,000. Patrick Ochan, MP for Apache Municipality, 100,000. Kenya Auma, MP for Kwanya District, 100,000. Max Akora, MP for Maruzi, also the Treasurer of UPC, contributed 200,000. Vincent Okongo-Yit, Lira City West, 100,000. And Alan Atugonza, who's an NRA member of Parliament, but we're close friends, MP for Pulisa, contributed 100,000 shillings. Then we have another collection from the office, where there's some contribution which came from the United Kingdom of 100,000 from George Okello. And then Harold Achema, Ambassador, 50,000. And therefore brings a grand total also from the party secretariat and from our own behalf, we bring a grand total of 5,450,000. May the good Lord continue to uphold this family and grant Massette Kuuya eternal rest.
Ayona